Tomorrow night, This Week in Robot Combat returns for more robotic news in the world. But up next, Robot Combat at Christmas, a buyer's guide. Get your wallets at the ready. Hello and welcome to this video where we're going to go through some of the merchandise, the Robot Combat related items that you can get this Christmas. Any late shopping that you might need to do or any ideas, this is the sort of video for you. Now there's plenty to go through, there's plenty on the market this year if you are interested in Robot Combat things. It's just knowing where to look for them. And we're going to start with our mighty overlords over at Hexbug, who have plenty to offer. Hexbug have a wide variety of items on sale this year, but we are going to go through just a few of them, including the new Battlebots Arena Max and the Battlebots Rivals repacks. They are very nice as well. We're going to start off though with the Battlebots Arena Max. First and foremost, this product is huge. It really gives a sense of scale as to what the arena is going to be like inside, because the box itself is absolutely massive. You can see that it says Battlebots Arena Max and has the Battlebots logo on the box. The set also reads that it's a new arena, double the size, which it really is. It is massive. A lovely large window display shows off all of the insides, including two pulverizers, the two robots, and the new auger/screws, if you know it as the screws in BattleBots, of course. On the back of the box, we've got a breakdown of what's inside, including a breakdown of the reskinned Build Your Own Bot, a look at the arena with the robots inside it, with the new wall sections, and a look at how the new weapons work. We also get an advert for the BattleBots Rivals Platinum that we reviewed earlier in the year. Definitely a product to keep in mind this Christmas as well. Let's open up the box and take a look at the contents. Inside, first off, we have the arena sections, including the two new pulverizers. These are massive and really do have a threatening presence in the arena when built. We also have the electronic screws, which, on a design note, is just a wonderful thing to include in the arena itself. It's so good to see this thing in miniature scale. It's so small, it's so cute, and I love it. The arena itself is pretty easy to put together, if you follow the instructions of course. You lay out the outside walls, you put the panels, attach them to each other, make sure you attach them in sets of 3 like I've done here. It took me a couple of attempts to realise that, and then you slot it all together. Then attach the wall sections around the outside. This takes a little bit of working out, or at least it did me, because I wasn't reading the instructions. Always read the instructions, it's just good practice. And here is the finished build. Now, my arena that I'm filming this in is not small, and neither is this new battle box. It is large, very, very large, which is great because it makes more room for attacking with the new Hexbugs. There's just so much more space than there was in the old Hexbug arena. Something that isn't is some Perspex walls. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, as these used to be the part that broke most often. Let's take a moment to talk about the arena hazards. I really like these. There's a really nice sort of button push for the new pulverizers that come down with an absolute force, and the screws turn very nicely. They are a little bit loud, as you can probably hear underneath me talking here, but it isn't too bad really. The set comes with two robots. Of course, we have the reskinned Build Your Own Bot here, renamed Barnakill, all pirate themed on the top of the bot and on the front as well, but this is just a reskin of the set that we had previously in 2019. It comes with the two wedges, the claws at the front, an overhead spinner and an egg beater. You can see the design work has really been a focus for this machine. It looks very cool indeed with the orange sides, but the main focus being that pirate theme on top, with some lovely paintwork all in a matte sort of black all around the robot. These parts removable, very easy to remove however, as we found out previously. The weaponry and wedges are easy to attach. Starting with the wedges, you can just slot them in, finding the gaps and the little sticky outy bits on the sections. There you can see the claws are the same. Sticky outy bits fit into the slots on the robots and they clip in like so. Very easy to do. The claws will pin in if a robot is entering here, though I found on mine that one is slightly broken. The weaponry clips in on the top of the robot, the egg beater here with 4 clips, as you can see, clipping in like so that it has clearance to spin. Of course, lining up the gear with the slot provided on the top of the robot so that the weapon will actually work when turned on. It's the same for the egg beater. You can see the clips and the little gear underneath that slots in one particular way. Make sure you get that right, otherwise it won't go in. Very simple to do, and it seems to be much easier to put on and take off than the previous version, though that might just be me. The weapons are no snooze and are actually quite powerful. The overhead spinner has a real force to it that can throw panels around the arena, which is just what you want in a box this size to see things go flying, and it means that there's more space to do so. As you can see here, bouncing off the walls are the wedges, and also on slightly bigger things like the egg beater there can be flung as well. The egg beater is also reasonably powerful, able to pop things up and attack them with a little bit of force. You don't want to be anywhere near it, within eyeshot anyway at least. The egg beater, however, is the weaker of the two weapons, not having quite as much force as the overhead spinner on larger items. It can get under them, it can hit them, and you can see some reasonably good hits here, but they don't go very far, unlike the overhead spinner we saw previously. Now this set is stylized as a Beat the Legend sort of bounty hunter style thing, and the bounty this time is Tombstone, reskinned, restyled with a new weapon as well. This new weapon is no joke. It is very powerful and very capable of causing injury should you put fingers, faces, or anything else in its way. Please be careful with this toy. It is incredibly powerful, as I will prove here, hitting parts of the other robots around the arena, just smashing things up, and it has an absolute hum to it that really makes it a real threat. I do also really like the attention to detail that this is very much a stylized version of the 2020 version with the black covering on top. However, the shape of it is not correct. It should be flat at the back, not angled. This is definitely repainting over retooling, though you could argue that the spinner casing has been retooled to make it fully sealed. They could have done the back section as well, is what I'm trying to say, but haven't. The best way, of course, to test these two robots out is to put them into a little fight, so without further ado, let's head over to the arena.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Both robots getting spun up, and already some early damage. Tombstone knocking panels off of Barnakill. The side has gone, and one of those wedges has also gone. Tombstone taking no prisoners in this bounty final. Off goes a panel out of the arena, but pushed into a corner there, trying to drive away. Are they trying to get spun up? I think so. Big bounce off of that rear wedge has really helped them out, I think, defending and deflecting Tombstone. And there goes another side panel. So yes, that back section was doing wonders, but now probably isn't doing too much, I reckon, unless it's still attached though. This is the thing, and both robots are still spinning. Off goes another panel flying out of the arena. Things are not safe, and everybody should watch out. This is a real fast and frenetic fight. What will happen next? Who knows? Tombstone with a push, and off comes the top spinner of Barnakill. They are in trouble. Exposed tracks and just a wedge to protect them. It has proved enough so far, but I wonder if it will continue to prove enough. Tombstone pushing Barnakill into a corner. The pulverizer coming down on top of Barnakill, causing more damage potentially. That is a very heavy hammer dropping onto the top of Barnakill. That wedge at the back, they're going to have to try and drive back to front to armour themselves, to protect themselves against that blue spinner of Tombstone, and are doing so quite nicely, or are they just driving into a wall? I will never be quite sure, I don't think. Tombstone hunting them down like a predator in the arena, and to be honest, Barnakill is their prey. They have had the most damage so far in this fight, but are doing a reasonably good job of staying alive, and other robots can't say that they've stayed alive this long against Tombstone, that's for sure. They still seem to be moving. Tombstone spinning. Is spinning winning? I don't know. I think so at this point. They seem to be proving themselves, but are stuck, are they? No, they're away. Ooh, for a minute there I thought Tombstone got stuck on an arena wall, but they have managed to get out of trouble and being pushed into the screws now. Is Barnakill driving up and kamikaze out of the arena. They're gone, and Tombstone are the victors of this bounty final.
Cease.
As you can see, this arena can have some awesome fights in it, and I am really pleased that I picked it up, as should you be if you do so as well. 2 awesome robots, several new arena hazards, and a wonderful big arena that's not going to take quite as much damage as the last one. Definitely worth picking up, this one. Now, to reduce in plastic waste, Battlebots and Hexbug have worked together to make some new packaging for some older kits. So if you've missed out on years past Hexbug rivals for Battlebots, have no fear, because we've got you covered. We have the original Witch Doctor vs Bronco set repackaged in this lovely all cardboard box. Has all of the artwork that the old one did. It's just been reduced in size, so more postable, happier, and recyclable. Fully recyclable. Yeah, you can see the original 2018 set of Witch Doctor and Bronco there. We've got the Blacksmith Bite Force 2-pack from 2019, there they are. And we have the 2022 pack of Rotator and Duck, there they are as well. They are the original toys, they are just repackaged in little boxes, ready to go, which I think is really quite cute, really quite cool, and now it's stocking filler size as well. Depends how big your stocking, I guess. The sets themselves contain nothing more than the original packs. In fact, this is just a new way of buying the original robots from years gone by. Here you can see me unboxing the Bite Force Blacksmith 2-pack from 2019 with instructions there. These robots are identical. The spinner and flipper of Bronco and Witch Doctor, the spinner and hammer of Bite Force and Blacksmith, and of course the lifter and double spinners of Duck and Rotator. And Battlebots themselves have recently released a load of new t-shirts and different apparel over on their Amazon page, and you can go and check them out now, go and order them. There are some really nice t-shirt designs over there. There's some excellent varied designs, different robots being shown off in their glory. There's a brilliant one of Sawblaze that's a full technical breakdown of it. Looks absolutely awesome, and I particularly like the Shattered t-shirt that they have recently released. That looks awesome as well. Now, something a little bit different. Do you like some tabletop card game action? I know I certainly do. And there is one out there for robot combat, of course there is, otherwise I wouldn't be talking about it. This is from the creative mind of Mark Schlipper. I think I'm saying his name right. If I'm not, I do apologise. The game is called M.A.D Bots and operates very much like combat does in traditional role-playing games. And they say big things come in small packages. This is no exception. This box contains loads of stuff, including 6 dice, 2 turners, a load of cards, and 2 workbench sheets. The first step is to build your robot to the numerical value of 10. You start with a drive system of either treads, wheels, or walker. You then add a weapon, as you can see me fanning through them here, and there is a number at the bottom of each card telling you how much it's worth. The more powerful the weapon, the more points it's worth. You then have to fill the rest of your value of 10 with an armor plate that equals 10. A slightly more advanced version of the game will have you using arena hazards, including the grinder, the cutter, physics, and floor damage. These will be explained during a playthrough in a bit. The back of the cards look very cool, as do the fronts, and this rush bonus will come into play plenty. These discs are used to calculate how much damage you have taken and how much you can take. If you go down to 1, that is it. Your workbench is where you place your robot, and this has also been designed really nicely. A very excellent job. Well done. We had a full playthrough, myself, friend of the channel Oliver Stapley, and the illustrator and graphic design wizard, Mr. Caleb Kempson. And all of a sudden I'm sat with 2 guests. I have beneath me on screen is Caleb, the illustrator of the game M.A.D Bots, and next to me is Oliver. Not in real life, he's up in Scotland. M.A.D Bots is quite sort of role-play game combat style, I found anyway. And Caleb, you did all the lovely illustrations for this game.
Probably started almost like a year ago now. I think it was just before Christmas when we started messaging. I think so. Yeah, he messaged me on Facebook first, and then we started emailing backwards and forwards. We didn't really commit. We a lot sorting out. We didn't really commit to doing too much until the new year, because basically he had already made the majority of the game. He made up all the rules and the playthrough, and all he wanted was somebody to do all the extra graphics or the designs on the carts.
That's at Caleb Robot Art, yeah?
Yeah, commissioned me to do, I think, 15 illustrations at the end. But I had to do a lot of design iterations, so there's a few variations of that didn't quite make the cut, which I might post at some point on Instagram, the process of a few things.
M.A.D Bots is a card game that allows you to have robot combat from the safety of your own home. The first job to do is to create your robot. To do so, take your workbench and decide on a drive system that you are going to put on it, a weapon type, and an armor package. You'll see some numbers at the bottom, and these must add up to the golden number 10. Once all players have done this, it's time to begin the combat. We start by rolling the blue dice. These are the movement dice and should be added to your movement scores. As you can see here, Bruiser is the victor and they have earned themselves the rush bonus. If you won the move round, add 1 to your attack score. There are also 2 special condition cards. If you won the move with a roll of 1, you pushed your opponent into the grinder, add another 1 point to your attack score and automatically win the next move. However, if you won the move with a roll of 6, you get yourself hung up on some arena floor damage, forfeit your rush bonus, and automatically lose the next move. Next, roll the red dice. This is the attack dice, and these should be added to your weapon attack score. As you can see here, Glass Cannon has the higher score with a total of 9, despite the fact that Bruiser has the rush bonus. There are once again 2 special conditions on this round. If you won the attack with a roll of 1, you got your opponent on the cutter, add another 1 point to your damage score, and automatically win the next move. However, if you rolled a 6, that energy is coming back on you, lose 1 point from your own hit points, and automatically lose the next move. That's physics, baby. The winner of the attack round gets to roll the damage dice, the black dice that is. They add it to their attack score on the weapon card. If the damage done is equal to or less than the defense score of your opponent, you have done no damage. However, if it is higher than the defense score, the amount above that defense score is how much damage you are dealing to your opponent. They must move their rotating disc to show that much damage. Once this is done, it's back to the top. This process continues until one person has lost all of their HP on their turner.
I am going to play a very boring robot purely because I've got a funny name for it. This is the robot. This is the robot formerly known as Facebook. It is 4 wheels and a vertical spinner. So that is 3 plus 5 plus 2 armor.
Oliver's armoured in wood. Spicy treads. Whoa, look at them go. I've got a horizontal spinner, and that equals 6, so I can afford 4 armour. I'm going to call my robot back on track.
So I have gone for tracks as well. A flipper, because it's the main British weapon that I've had to put in there. Because it was a lot of American weapons. It's like, no, I'm going to put a Brit flipper in this game, which gives me a 5 for armour. So I have the thickest armour. I was going boring name like Launchpad because I can't bother to think of a name at the moment.
Fair enough.
But you know, track, it's like a moving base that launches you. So you roll the blue dice.
Oh, it's not gone well. So I have just rolled a 1, Caleb. My total is 3.
My total is also 3 because I also rolled a 1.
We'll roll for our attack then.
I've rolled a 3 and added to my base value gives me a 6.
I have rolled a 4 and added to my base value. That is an 8. So I have won the attack. And now I'm going to roll my black dice to deal some damage to Caleb. I have rolled a 2. My attack is 4, so that is a 6 total.
So you have done 1 damage.
Little love tap.
Just to let you know there.
Movement. I've rolled total 5, net 5.
I have rolled a total 6. Get that back.
There you go.
Oliver is going to pass the rush bonus over. There you go. Caleb's got the rush bonus. That's some lovely camera trickery. You're very welcome. I've rolled a net 8.
Right, I have rolled a 7 plus my rush bonus, which is also an 8.
Ooh. So if it's a draw, we both take a point of damage. Right,
Oh.
movement. Oh, actually, no, one's good. Yeah, 3.
I have rolled a total 4.
Ooh. So Caleb keeps the old
I get
rush
this.
bonus.
We roll to attack. I have rolled, if I add my rush bonus, I have an 8.
I have a 10 because I rolled a 6, which means it's time for the physics.
Ooh,
I talked
yes.
it up. We talked it up. So if you won the attack with a roll of 6, some of that energy comes back on you. Lose 1 point from your own hit points, and automatically lose the next move.
Yeah.
So I'm down to 8 now.
You
I think we're
basically-
even.
Basically stunned yourself. Yes, so we are
Yeah.
now both on 8.
But I get to still roll for some damage
Yes.
because that was a huge hit, Kenny. And that is a 6. So that's another point, I believe.
So,
Oof.
we don't need to roll for movement because you lost because of the physics.
I'm
So we go
bouncing
straight
off the
to
floor.
rolling. You're sort of a bit stunned. So we roll for attack.
Yeah. I have rolled a net 5.
I have rolled a 9.
The flipper
What-
finally coming
what is
into
your-
effect.
So I have rolled a total 6.
Total 6, so I'm taking 2 points of damage there, taking me
Yes.
down to 6. The fight continued on for several rounds with both of us dishing out some big hits along the way. We now rejoin the action in the final round of this fight. So that's a 6 on movement from me.
I only got a 3.
Attack time with my rush bonus. That's another 10.
I got 7.
Ooh!
Come on, let's get some damage.
Ooh, that's a better one. That's a 6 plus the 4 is 10.
Ooh, that killed me.
Oh, the winner.
You know-
Knockout!
I was on 5, that's it.
10! I should have pressed the thing. Never mind. I've got the this thing here. Never mind. Let's roll for some movement, Oliver.
That punchy 4-wheel drive added to a 1. I have 4.
I got a 6. So I shall keep my lovely
There
rush
you go.
bonus. Right. Attack roll.
Spinning up to speed for a net 10.
Also a net 10. We both take a point of damage.
So you basically hit each other and bounced off each other.
Yeah. Woo, that's a
You know what?
3.
I am not using that blue dice again. I've rolled a 1, but that is a net 4, so I do win that.
Ah, you won up using a 1 roll. So it's the grinder.
It is. If you won on a move with a roll of 1, you push your opponent into the grinder. Add another 1 point to your attack score when we get that far, and automatically win the next move.
Attack.
So using the rush bonus and the grinder
Yes.
and my roll
not
and
gonna
my
go well for
weapon,
me.
that is a total. I've only rolled a 2, so it's a total of 9 for attack.
Yeah, I only rolled a 7, so yeah, you've won that interaction.
An 8 damage.
Yeah, that's 4 points of damage to me. 2, 3, 4. I'm on 5.
And I'm winning the next movement phase because of the
Oh,
Yes, you automatically
keep your rush bonus then.
straight
you-
away.
going back to attack.
Yeah,
That is an 11 on attack.
yeah. I've rolled a 10, and I'm glad I haven't won that because I'd had to have dealt with physics.
More damage, Jevon?
Yeah,
That is a 7 on damage.
yeah. 3 more points.
Yes. 3 points off you.
So I'm on
yeah.
2.
I'm
Hey,
still-
they don't call us the meta for nothing.
Right, movement.
Back to
I might be able
movement.
to win this time. Get the rush bonus back. I doubt it, but
That's a net 8
yeah, 6 from me. Enjoy your rush bonus.
and a 10 on attack.
7.
Ready?
There's going to be some music in the background, just like as I raise my arms up. ready to-
That is another 7 on damage.
You've blasted my insides out, Oliver.
Well, at least we know this game is true to life, and if you build a 4-wheel drive vertical spinner,
Now, as we're coming up to the new year, what are you going to do? You need a new calendar. Well, of course you do. and there's a BattleBots one available to you now, and I have it here. This comes from the BattleBots online store. As you can see, it's a 2022 calendar. It's got photos from the 2020 season, because obviously the new season of BattleBots hasn't started yet. We'll take a look at a few of the days. We've got January. There's a lovely picture of Witch Doctor versus Slammo there, and you can see lots of different robot pictures along the month. Let's go to May. That's the month I was born. Of course, we've got Gigabyte versus Hydra there. An excellent fight from the round of 32. It was a round of 16, in fact. Let's go to December. Let's see what's on offer next Christmas, actually. I love that picture before we do September. Huge versus Slapbox there, and December. There it is, of course. The championship match, Whiplash versus Endgame. What a fight that was. It's a really lovely calendar, and it is a low price as well. So make sure you go and check it out over on the BattleBots store. And these are exclusive to there, and obviously the BattleBots Amazon account that we have spoken about previously today. That's just about all for this time. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a like. Do subscribe to the channel if you are new. Be sure to check out some of the links in the description below for some of the things we've seen in today's video. And of course, we shall see you again for plenty more festive fun on the World of Woodrow YouTube channel. Until then, bye-bye.